Hello everybody, Sean here, back again with another little video. Today, we're going to be trying to fix an Xbox One controller. It has stick drift, specifically the right analog stick keeps veering off everywhere. I got my replacement, um, joy stick thing. I don't know what the hell you call it. I'm opening it from the wrong way. But, we have right here, we're going to take the old one out, slap a new one in, and see how it goes. I've never done, analog stick replacement before, so this is new to me. Also upgraded my gear a little bit. I got a whole shaboing boing station, you know what I mean? Let's get into it. And just real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Whenever I move the analog stick, as you can see, it slowly just starts drifting away. Not really noticeable. All the other buttons work perfectly fine. Left one's alright. We don't need to change that, but that right one, as you can see, it's way up there. Okay, well, we got the overhead cam and the sideways cam going on, so now we can go ahead and start stripping this controller apart. Trying to find the right bit. That looks like the right one. Go off the hidden screw. Then there's also like these pieces on the side that have to come out. These things are so crazy to try to take off, man. And I feel like this is probably the hardest part. Just trying to get these fuckers off like that. There we go. That is one. Just two. Maybe. Definitely feels like I'm using like a double-edged sword here. With this. Alright. So then take off this screw. I believe all these screws are the same, yeah. Off of there. Okay. Faceplate lifts off. Not really too sure where to put this. I feel like I'm getting cramped quick. Also, my room's a little messy. Just finished upgrading my computer yesterday. That lifts out. There. Yeah, I ended up getting a new CPU, RAM, and motherboard. I upgraded to the AM5 platform, which is pretty sweet. It's officially like my first day on it. Everything runs smooth. This is quite interesting. I don't know if one of these wires is meant to be like that, meant to be broken off. Did that? I don't think it was meant to be broken off, but it is. I don't really think it matters too much. I am gonna need to move everything on this board. Carefully lift those up. Let's get some solder. This one's empty. Block that. Let's make sure the tip is clean. Having some trouble here sticking. Okay, let's get the tweezers. Should maybe add a little bit of flux to each of these points real quick. Just using a handy dandy flux pen. It's a bit worn down. One. Soldering iron is at like 350 degrees. Maybe I should switch to a different tip. Either that or maybe turn it up some. Not too sure where my other tips are at. I'm trying to find one. Feel like I do got these. Just don't know how I feel about them. This is weird. This thing really like not hot enough? Okay, I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna do 375. It just does not want to come off. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Apply some flux, just a little bit. Good solder on here. There we go. Alrighty. There's one side, yeah, I'm pretty sure this cable's supposed to go like right there. But it is what it is, I guess. Alrighty. These cables to bend out the way. Let's do this one further back. It's too much on there. There we go. Cool stuff. So next up, move that out the way. These are smaller bits. Oh, that's actually perfect. Okay. I'm gonna just leave the bits out. And this thing should come up, right? Uh-oh. Headphone jack? How did that go in there? Just like that? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, wow. Headphone jack really just sits there like that. That's pretty neat. This is really interesting to see. Because I've taken quite apart, like, I've taken a lot of, like, 360 controllers apart. And there's just, like, so much more to these controllers nowadays. Also, like, the buttons just don't fall out. Okay. So if the controller's like this, and this is the one we are going to want to replace, going to need to desolder like all these. Okay, so we're going to take handy dandy flux pen. Just going to drown that in flux. I think the game plan is to add a little bit of solder maybe, and use the solder sucker or the wick and see where that will get me. I'm gonna grab a nice handy dandy, also very broken PCB holder. Prop it up just like that. That is steady. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch out the head. Hopefully, this will be better. I feel like this is doing a lot of nothing. Go up even higher. Could be worth a try to use the heat gun just to get them all in one point. Yeah, like that solder just ain't melting. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, the heat gun. Okay, so I'm gonna set it to like, I actually set it to like 300. Got good airflow on there. Just gonna heat up the board a little bit. Maybe this will help. Okay. Just get a little bit going on there. Which that definitely did help a lot. None of them are like loose yet. So I'll bust out the heat gun again. Oh, there we go. Little bits and pieces, and there we go, baby. It came out. That's one step. Okay, well, the board is still a little hot. Like a lot of hot. Trying to get some more flux down on there. Try to clean up some of these holes so that way I can get the new joystick in there. Actually, slap some flux on this bad boy too. Go ahead and just very quickly wick up all of these holes. Flip it over on the back. And you know what? I'm just gonna use the heat gun. Try to poke these holes out a little bit. I don't know if these tweezers are like thin enough. There we go. Those ones cleaned up pretty nice. A couple more I need to clean up here though. Okay. Contacts aren't perfect, but like if we heat this board up enough, we could probably just slap it in there maybe. Well, I think we're just about there. Yowzers. This is crazy. Okay. I would like those prongs to be shown. Okay, let's let that cool down for a few and see where we're at. Okay, so I had an idea. This board nice and prepped again. Because I want those prongs to show. Just looks like it's mounted a little weird. That side looks a little uneven. Solder is starting to melt. It's looking really good. Hold it there, hold it, hold it, hold it. Release. That shit is hot as fuck. But that's actually on there very, very solid. I don't know how much of this I really need to hook up. Get you guys a visual. It's definitely gonna need some adjusting. Okay, everybody, so I was messing with the potentiometer. I ended up breaking one, trying to adjust it, slapped a new one in, and this is what it is looking like. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that random stutter. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. But let's keep playing with it. Okay, so I just bent some of the pins to make sure they were making better contact. And it kind of seems alright. It's really hard to tell because the analog sticks, they do not like fully reset properly without being, like while being a little bit taken apart. I just like gradually move it. That's so weird. It jumps back and forth like crazy. Okay, everybody. I've just decided I'm gonna just solder it on anyway and see how it plays because it seems alright. I feel like it's just a loose connection that's causing the issue. So we shall see. A little bit of flux up on there. Solder does not want to stick to this thing. Okay. And that all looks really good. we'll clean up whatever flux is on the board. Let's put this bad boy back together. Okay, actually, we could do some quick testing real quick. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing any of that jumpy crap. So let's go through, fully put this thing back together. Actually, I just realized, it's a good thing I did not turn off the iron yet. What? I need to solder both of these things back on there. That was just brutal. Trying to get that thing back in there. See, that one went in with ease. Yeah, we might also need the headphone jack. How does this thing go? I have on an occasion been known to use the headphone jack. So I don't actually remember how these things go, so 1 second. Okay, so it seems like ground is close to here. Trying to do this a little clean, maybe? That solder point looks a little weak. Add some solder to it. Oh, well, that wasn't good. And I believe this top wire, or yeah, this wire goes up top, but it's like it broke off somehow, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this is totally supposed to go in up top. Um, the other side of this wire is gray, so it's so hard to tell if it's peeled off or not. Add a little bit of solder to it. Yeah, I believe gray wire's up top, so let's try to do the same thing. Solid. Add a little bit more to that one. Cool. Let's use what we have left. Maybe we'll just get some more solder. Slap it on there real nice. Cool. There we go. That snapped that time. Okay. Everything's wired up. I guess probably should have screwed in the board first. Just an afterthought. Okay, so my phone is out of space, but everything is wired up. New analog stick is in. So we could give it a try. Ah! And I felt the vibration as soon as I plugged it in, too, which is really nice. Oh, gotta be clicked in the window. But yeah, that is pretty solid. Nice. Boom. Let's test some games. So, too lazy to hook up a console, so I'm just gonna use an emulator. But yeah, we're in Skate 2. I know it says activate Windows. Like I said, I basically built a new computer, but it's the same SSD, so I don't know why Windows is needing to activate. But let's see, this is one of the main games I play, Skate. So this is where I was really noticing the stick drift, and that feels so perfect, because before I couldn't tray flip at all. It would ollie, like as soon as I try to do something. Let's test out manuals. Oh yeah, that feels amazing. Wow. Okay. Let's just cruise around real quick. Let's hold it. Release, hold it. Nollie tray. Nollie varial. Nollie tray. Yeah, well. Okay. That is a controller fixed. Okay. Wow. Yeah, everybody. Uh Perfect. That's dope.